Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming, and Happy New Year. I'm here working in my craft room on a little project. I kind of was starting my design team project, another one that's a January project, and I got sidetracked on going through these books. I gutted a book for my next project and got ready to add like this stack right here to my pile of books. This is the pages from a Reader's Digest, and I would notice how high my pile was getting, and in the interest of, you know, keeping my craft room organized, and also in the interest of I'm gonna call it a series, but in the interest of adding to that series of using things in your craft room that you don't use. Now I do use book pages. I've made lots of things with book pages, but I have this stack that I haven't used, and so I wanted to do, you know, like I've made so many things with book pages. I'm kind of tired of using book pages as far as making like cards and envelopes and things, but this is something a little different. I thought, I was putting this away and I thought, I wonder if there's any pictures in here that I can use even in my current journal. Okay, so then I started sorting through that stack. It's about this high, and I started sorting through it, and I ended up making two piles here. So I thought I'd just basically share the idea. Also, going through, picking out pictures or different elements that I like that can be used to make journaling cards or decorations on a page or layering. So this pile is like pages that I like. This pile is pages I don't like, but they have colors I can use in backgrounds. So like this is a very aged one. You can see all the browning, the natural browning and aging. But look at the colors. I was getting ready to reject this one. I was like, look at those colors. They're actually very pretty colors. So if I were to use that in a background, see what you would see. If you covered up the middle, you would see this outline of pretty colors. So that's what that pile is. So I thought maybe we could go through the rest of them together. I'm done with half, but just so you get the idea of what I'm picking out. See, here's a Reader's Digest. Here's a Reader's Digest. What else do I have here? Here's some that are separated. We'll go through these first, and then here's another book. This is not, I don't think this was a Reader's Digest, but another book there. So I'm just going to pile the whole books right up here, and we'll hopefully go through those pretty quickly. So just, you can get an idea, and you know, of why, you know, I can say why did I pick this one out? Why do I like this one? Why do I not like this one? You know, type of thing. So this is from a basic reader I see right here. So this was from an old, you know, basic reader book. You know, I love these books, and here's a little page that is not necessarily anything, but it is old. It's from a basic reader. I'm going to put this in my like pile. I mean, I could, if I wanted to, cut this out, back it with something sturdy like cardstock, and make a journaling card out of it, you know. I don't know, or decorate a pocket or whatever. So all of these are just plain. Oh, here's another picture. I do like this one. A boy is standing on a rock there beside a river or something. So some kind of water. So I really like that one a lot. Let's see if I'm kind of going through these. I'm flipping through, but I'm actually also going through them very carefully so I don't miss a picture. So I hope everyone had a safe and happy New Year's Eve last night. We didn't do anything but stay home, so that was nice actually. I mean, we both worked yesterday. So this one is just a kind of an old-timey, you know, vintage look. I mean, it is vintage, and it looks it too. So I'm going to keep that as just a cool old-time vintage photo, possibly. And you know, it's neat to have a journaling card that is an old, almost looks like an old photo. This is more of a drawing or an illustration, but still, you know what I'm saying, I think. So this is neat. This is an artist working on this pretty animal here, a deer or whatever it is, antelope maybe. But I'm going to put that in my like pile, and I think that might be all from this pile of book pages. Okay, let's see here. This has a picture of a bird. Now somebody wrote on it here, it looks like, in red pen, but I'm going to keep that one. I really love birds, even though it's black and white. I think it could be a cute journaling card or tag. So these look like, I don't see any pictures. And I'm going to use, you know, this is not like, these are not going in the trash or anything. The ones that don't have pictures, they're just going back in my closet for right now. So, oh, now this is beautiful. This I could use in my current project, possibly. It's got a lot of blue and purple in there. So I'm going to put this there, of course. I love it. Now these have, I remember these, and I love these little flowers. Each of these next few pages have a little flower that I would love to cut out and do something with. I mean, so, uh-oh, my scissors are getting ready to fall. Let me move those over. Pretty little picture here. I hope you can see that pretty well. I think you can, even though it's right way down there. Here's a pretty yellow flower. So just all these pretty flowers, and this was, I think this one was a Reader's Digest, possibly. Let me see, is it the right size? Yeah, this is the right size. So this, I think this was a Reader's Digest too. And it's so interesting. You never know what the pictures are going to be like in a Reader's Digest. Sometimes they're really cute like this, and sometimes they're like this, the ones I don't like. So that's why I wanted to go through them. Here's a neat little one with a boat in the water, airplane. Just an old-timey looking. Now remember these, I cut out quite a few of these, and I love these when I find these little pictures like this. They're like, they are probably copies of photos. So, and I cut these out and make little journaling cards out of them. I think they're so cute. I mean, look at this one. So adorable. It'll be a big journaling card if I cut the whole thing out, or I could even fussy cut her out. So cute, right? So let's see. Almost done with this stack. You know, it'll take me a few minutes to get through this stack, but you know, I had the day off and I'm not rushing through my next design team project or anything. I'm not, you know, I want to work on it, but you know, if I want to do something else, like get sidetracked, you know, I have the whole month of January to get it done, so I don't have to rush through it, you know. I can have some fun at the same time. Here's a pretty ocean. Here's another pretty ocean. Now there's a pirate in the background right here. Right here there's a pirate, but you know, if I want to cut this off and make just use the top half for something, that would be pretty. So I'm putting that in my like pile. Oh, here's a beautiful map right here. Isn't that awesome? Let's see, which way does it go? It goes like this. So pretty. I love that old looking map. That's perfect. Love, love, love that one. So this is just plain. This is just kind of plain. So, and this is a beautiful, you know, one of the end pages. I love this color. I think I'm going to put this here. So maybe I can, see, this will be my go-to right here. And this will be my go-to for backgrounds. This will be my go-to to look for interesting images and pages to use for, you know, ephemera. So here's the next one, and this is still together, so I'm going to be kind of careful in taking this apart so that I don't rip any part of the page, which is not always easy. I've got my scissors here, but I've just kind of been being careful like this. I like this. I'm going to put this here, and I'm kind of like ripping off. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can rip off sections here. And I've kind of just been doing this little number here, carefully ripping off the pages, you know. And you do have to be careful, especially like this one is older, and you can see the pages are aged, and they will rip if you're not careful. So if you don't want them to rip, just be, you know, go slow, and don't, you know, if you see them starting to rip, then stop and try to not rip them. I just say that because I just ripped some before I turned on the camera. I ripped a little section off like right there, and I was like, why did I do that? All I had to do was stop and be more careful, you know, but I just kept on going. kept on going, and that's what happened. So now I've learned from my mistake, hopefully. And see, I'm kind of ripping. I ripped part way up there, and now I'm going to go to the top too, so I don't do that again where I ripped. And if I have to, I will get my scissors out here and see what I need to do to rip these off without ripping them, you know, because I can cut this off if I want a smooth side. I can cut this off, but if I have a big rip right here, then it's kind of like, well, that page, I don't know if I can even use it now, you know what I mean? I'm kind of cutting some of this off too as I go, so I think that's helping to helping me to get the pages off this previous binding. So got all kinds of stuff here in this binding, paper and some, look like some book cloth or something. So yeah, it's a little tedious as far as, you know, cutting this off, but I've done it already to several books, so just a matter of having some patience. So let's see, there we go, yes. And so I'll go through some more book pages in just a second. I just want to get a few of these off of here. Okay, let's go through these real quick. See if there's any pictures in here. See, none in that stack. That is done. So it can go pretty quick until you come to a section with a lot of pictures. Okay, here's some pictures. Here's a nice picture of a little ship here. A little picture of a ship, I should say. So I'm going to put that in my like pile. Here's a big, this is a sinking ship. So, you know, something like, sometimes it depends on the subject matter, whether I like it or not. So this looks like a sinking ship or something, or they're crashing. So this page is actually okay if I wanted to use this. This would be a great background for a blue background, you know, put something in the middle and use this. So I'm going to put this over here in my background. Not necessarily, you know, I don't necessarily like it, but it would be a great background. This, I think I might put this in my background too, just because it's got all of this writing. And, you know, then, I mean, I can always change my mind, right? If I'm looking for a ship, I'll hopefully remember, oh, I put that in my reject pile there of my backgrounds, and now I can go look for it because I need a ship somewhere or something. So let's see. Let's just look through and see where the pictures are. Okay, so here's something here. Is this something we like? Not necessarily. It's got, they're just some people are sitting here eating pizza. So, I mean, it could be a background. It's a neutral background. So let's just see if we can pull that whole section off here. It's a little bit hard to pull off big sections without ripping them. So let's see for a second if I need to. Yeah. See? Okay. Now I'm being careful at the bottom. I think I'm going to go ahead and tear from the bottom. And I'm sure there's better ways to do it, but this is just what I'm doing. I don't want to do it the better way. I want to do it this way. Quick and be done, right? Pretty quick, I think. This section, let's see. There was a picture we didn't like here. Particularly, oh, I like this one. This is neat. Okay. I didn't see this one. This is cute. A little family outside. You know, there's a bike down here. I can use the whole thing. I can cut it off. I think it's just that neat old-timey looking photo, and it's in the color of it. You know, it's kind of like that sepia color. So really nice. And this section doesn't have any more pictures. No more pictures. So, you know, you can grab your, if you're not doing anything right now, grab your stack of book pages or Reader's Digest books or whatever you have, and sort with me if you want, or you can craft with me, or you can just have me on while you're cleaning your house. That's what I do sometimes. And I have, a lot of times I'll just have, well, I have it on my TV. I'll turn YouTube on my TV, and then go to search and go to a particular video that I want to watch. Or sometimes I will have my phone right there, and I'll be like, if I'm moving around a lot in the house and I'm not like in one room where I can just, you know, have my TV there, I'll carry my phone around with me. This is a nice old-timey looking photo. I'm going to put that there in the like pile. So yeah, I just carry my phone around with me and have my watch later list on and just watch videos as I go and keep it right there nearby so I can see, because I put a lot of videos on my watch later, and I mean, I need to watch them because my watch later list can get so long that it's like, am I ever going to get through this list? But I want to watch all these videos. You know, I find them so inspiring, and you never know when you're going to learn something new. So I'm like, I have to watch all these videos because, you know, I might get a new idea. So that's what I do. I carry my phone around with me, watch my watch later list if I can't be in one room to watch on my TV. So this pile's getting pretty big. This is a workout, carrying these books apart. Man, talk about workout. Using my muscles here. Okay, I'm going to have to cut off some more of this binding in a second and see if I can get this section off. But yeah, this is a workout by the time I get done here. I mean, I have a shirt and a jacket on. I'm about to take my jacket off here because I'm getting hot. And I have a little heater on in here because I was cold earlier, but now I'm getting warmed up. Okay, this is not a picture I would use. It's kind of a war picture. So, can it be used as a background? I mean, it could, but it's nothing really, I really don't think I would even use it for a background, so I'm going to put that in my book page pile that I use for other purposes, because, you know, I do use them, as I mentioned the other day. I've been using them at the moment for making a backing. So, like, I want coffee dyed paper in the background, and these scissors feel like they're just about to break, so I gotta be a little careful here. But yeah, I take my coffee dyed paper, just copy paper, you know, I have coffee dyed it, and then I put on top of it, I glue on top of it these scissors are about to break. They don't like this. This is really strong here. But yeah, I glue on top of my coffee dyed paper, cover it with book pages, even if I have to almost collage a little bit to cover the page. And so I cover the whole thing with book page, and then I have it ready for, in fact, I have some right here that I've been working on. But yeah, then I have it ready for backing for journaling cards or whatever I want to use it for. Okay, so maybe we'll do one, just if we can get through this last book on camera, because I think you've got the general idea, my general idea here. And, you know, don't want you to get bored with my video, so, but, so I have 2 more books to go through after this, but I just wanted to throw this idea out there, and then I'll come back with, oops, let me not mix this up with my current, yeah, let me put this way. And then I'll come back with cutting these out and what I make out of them, you know, in another video. So that'll be the next thing maybe that I do with things that are in my craft room that I don't use, that I need to use and do something with. I have several ideas for that series, so if it will be something, maybe this or something else, but that's just a new idea I have for 2020, and I have several new ideas for 2020, things I want to you know, videos I want to do and projects. So I'm not going to do a video where I'm just telling you what I'm doing in 2020, but I will just tell you as I go along, like when I do a video like this is one of my new ideas for 2020. Doing a series on using things in my craft room that I don't use. So that's probably the first idea that I'm throwing out there. And I've already done one video last Saturday, so I started it before 2020, but if you haven't seen that one, I worked on some tags and journal cards where I used library card catalog cards and time cards. Two things that I really love that I bought to use in my crafting and my journals and things, but I have hardly used them at all, and I've probably had them for a good while. I've had them over, I mean, probably almost a year. So I thought, well, you know, as I kind of, and I'm always organizing and reorganizing my craft room, you know, and trying to clean things up. So I thought, as I go through and, you know, organizing something, when I find something that, oh, I haven't used this in forever, you know, I will try to come up with something to do with that particular thing, whatever it is, and do a video about it, you know, something that you can use it for, or whatever I'm using it for, whatever, you know. So anyway, I thought that would be fun for me and fun for you guys. All right, this guy is almost torn up here. Oh my goodness, my fingers, they don't hurt or anything. I'm just like, I think I'm getting a cramp in my fingers. I think I'm getting a cramp in my fingers. Come on, book. Wow. This is, okay, come on now. This is the last few. This is starting to rip here. I'm getting a little impatient. Like, come on, it's the last few pages. Let's go. Come apart. These pages do not want to come apart. Okay, let's look at this picture. I'm going to move these over here for a second. I don't know what this picture is, but it has a great blue background. This would be a beautiful blue sky background here. This is a neat picture. Old-timey, some kind of old-timey picture. And then this green is nice. I might just show you the pages I'm going to tear out. This is cool right here. You know, this old architectural building with some people dressed in old time. I keep saying old time. I don't know what era this is supposed to be from, but just old time, you know, clothes there. Really neat looking little picture. So I'll put those in my like pile. Here's another pretty one. It looked pretty just from the colors. So that's a beautiful one right there. That's going in my like pile. And here's a neat one here, black and white, but ladies having some kind of little tea party or something there in the yard in front of this beautiful house. So yeah, I will cut these out. Another nice one, people in an office of some kind of very dressed up looking. This guy looks like he's in a tux. So yeah, that's the idea behind this whole video. So I'm going to finish off video and then be back another day with what I do with these pages. So everyone have a great New Year's Day, and I will see you next time. Happy crafting, everybody.